Why are my stocks not compounding as expected? This is one of the most prevalent questions among new and well experienced investors. Our industry expert, Mr. Satish Prabhu, has an explanation from his experience along with an example. Satish Prabhu, over to you.
This is an interesting story about a sweeper in a temple. Okay. And he used to sweep and feel a little bit dejected. And sometimes he used to be alone in the temple. And he used to tell the Lord that you are having a great life. You get your food readily available every morning, every afternoon, every evening. You get money in your, hundi. And look at me. I am dependent on my salary. My salary is not enough. My expenses are way above my salary. I don't get enough food and I work very hard. So I wish I could lead your life. You're not working at all. You're just standing there and you get everything that you need by just standing there and listening to what people say. You're not even replying to them. It's a great life, and I wish someday I could lead that life. And this is a regular conversation that was being had between the sweeper and the Lord. One day, the Lord gets a little bit disturbed, I would say, and tells the sweeper that if you like my job so much, I'm willing to exchange positions. And the sweeper is overjoyed to say that, oh my God, this is so good. I would love to do your job. Tell me when. So the Lord tells him, okay, let's exchange positions for a day tomorrow, one day. And the only condition is that you have to just stand still. You are not going to say anything. You are just going to watch the way things happen, and you are not going to say anything. He's very happy. He says that that's exactly what I want. I don't want to do anything, but at the same time, I want to get food, I want to get money and all of that. He said, you'll get all of that, but just stand still. Don't say anything. That's the only condition. Fine. The next day morning, the Lord and the sweeper exchange positions. The Lord is sweeping and the sweeper is inside in that idol. First devotee is a rich man, and typically, like all rich men, he prays that let my business grow. I've put up a new factory. I want good orders to come, and I will give you this and I will give you that, all of that. And when he gets up and goes, his wallet, which is full of money, falls in the temple. He doesn't realize that, but it falls in the temple. He goes and after him comes a poor man. Now he prays to the Lord and says that, I have major financial issues and I need money. I can't pay my daughter's fee. I've got problems with food because the food has become very costly, all of that. So he puts 1 rupee in the box ahead of him as a donation, and he closes his eyes and prays. And when he opens his eyes, he sees that there is a wallet full of notes. And he's so happy. He says that, Lord, you've heard my prayers. You gave me so much money that this will last me for the next 3-4 months. Thank you so much. And he picks up that wallet and he leaves. After that comes a sailor. Now this sailor, as you know, that these sailors typically work for 6 months on the sea and 6 months they are at home. He prays that I'm going into the sea for 6 months, let everything be okay. And I just wanted to take your blessings. Just be there when I need you, all of that. And the sailor is about to leave. Now, when the sailor is about to leave, in comes the rich man with a few policemen with him. Now, the rich man tells the policeman, catch him because he's the one who's taken my wallet. There was no one in the temple when I came, and I'm sure he's the next one. The police catch the sailor and tell him that you're the guy who's taken his wallet. While the sailor says that I've not taken his wallet, they are not ready to listen to him. Now, the sweeper, who's actually, the Lord, in the Lord's idol, the real sweeper sees this and says that this is something wrong. I must stop this. The policemen are not doing the right thing. He's not the thief. So he tells them aloud that this is not the thief. The thief is somebody else. The police stop and they realize that the voice is coming from the idol. And they realize that if the Lord himself has said this, then obviously we have to leave the sailor. So they leave the sailor, they go and pick up the poor man and put him in jail. The next day, the sweeper is very happy, thanks the Lord and all that. But the Lord tells him that I'm very angry on you. because I messed up the whole thing. He said, what did I do? I did it very well. He said, no, you were not supposed to speak and you spoke. He said, I did. He said, yeah, but that was my plan. The sailor was not supposed to go on a ship because there was going to be a storm and the sailor was going to meet with an accident. His ship was going to meet with an accident and sailor was about to die. Now he's dead because he went to the ship. My plan was to sailor in jail and the sailor would have been saved from the storm and the poor man got the money. So the rich man anyway didn't need that money. He's extremely rich. The poor man needed the money. That's the reason I dropped the wallet so that the poor man could get it. That was my plan. You messed up the whole plan. Now I'm not going to give you this job any longer. So the moral of the story is that the moment you interfere, as the Lord says, the moment you interfere, you create a mess for yourselves. This is the graph of the Sensex from 1983, 40 years. In the initial years, the Sensex has grown, say 10 times in 10 years, 16 times in 20 years, 82 times in 30 years, but 283 times in 40 years. That's the way wealth grows if you don't interfere. This is wealth created without interference. And I can assure you it's very difficult. 40 years is very difficult. But 10 years, 20 years, I'm sure that is possible. That's where, we should be. Now, here's Warren Buffett. He has been investing for the last, I would say, 80 years, 8 decades. But his real wealth actually started compounding only after he was 60. He is today worth more than $100 billion. And you can see how his wealth has compounded. It was almost flat till he was 60. But the way it has zoomed up is only because he was silent for all those years. He just invested. He just invested and allowed the money to grow slowly so that it compounds over long periods of time. And that's what we mean that when I said that initially, that for new people, I told them that if you want to create wealth, you have to promise me to do nothing. And this is what I mean by you should do nothing. Investing is the only field, as Brian Feroldi says, where the ability to not act is a competitive advantage. If you don't act, you are the winner.
If you have any doubt regarding this or any other financial or investment decision, don't hesitate to book an appointment with our financial expert. The link to the appointment is given in the description below. And also, would you like to know more about finance and investment? Then we would recommend you to attend our live webinar. The link to the webinar is also given in the description below. The webinar is absolutely free. If you like this video, hit like, and if you are new to our channel, please do subscribe.